So we've actually got some really interesting Gallup poll data that is new. This came out on October the 5th. They titled this page, Americans Maintain a Positive View of Bernie Sanders. So I wanted to talk about this because this is very interesting, of course, with the 2020 election coming in. Now, no, this is not approval rating amongst his own state. This is nationwide, so I don't want to hear that talking point because it's false. Here's how it starts out. They start out saying, Senator Bernie Sanders is still viewed favorably by a small majority of Americans, 53%, as he continues to be arguably the most prominent advocate for progressive policies in the U.S. So, the graph that you guys are looking at, I wanted to bring something up because I don't know if I'll ever see a graph like this in my entire life again. But look at that. Look at that. I mean, look at May 2015, right? And look at how it says 78% had no opinion because they didn't know him. And look, now basically as soon as September 16 of 2016, it's been a consistent 8% who say they don't know. So look at that skyrocket of a change, man. And that key little switch there, the little transition, that was the biggest issue for Bernie in the 2016 election. And the most important thing is he's not going to have to face that problem anymore because the percentage of no opinion on him now is only 8% as opposed to 78%, which is huge. And it talks about this. As Sanders' name recognition was fairly low a month before he announced his run for president in 2015. 76% of Americans had no opinion on him, I guess it was 76, or had never heard of him. But today that figure is down to 9%. In the more than 3 years Gallup has tracked Sanders' favorability, his favorable ratings have consistently outweighed his unfavorable ones. Only twice they were tied. Since February 2016, shortly after Sanders' victory in the New Hampshire Democratic Party, his positive ratings began regularly outpacing his negative ratings by double digits, and majorities of Americans have viewed him favorably since June 2016. It says in Gallup's most recent poll, conducted September 4th through 12th, Sanders has a much more favorable image than either of the other major contenders in the 2016 presidential election, Hillary Clinton at 36% and President Donald Trump 41%. Now, what's super important about this as well, another thing, is that Bernie Sanders is still an active politician. So it's a little bit different when you're not actually under the scrutiny of being an actual active politician. Approval ratings in comparison to people who aren't actually active politicians because there's nothing to react to because you're not doing anything, and so you're sort of coasting off of hysteria and what people are saying rather than what themselves are saying and what they're doing because they hold power and they're in office. So the fact that Bernie Sanders is actually someone who is being scrutinized every day, and he still continues to maintain a favorable rating consistently in and out. It is extremely significant, and as I always say, man, the biggest issue we have is Bernie Sanders. We need to make sure he runs. I hope he's not. I hope he's down to run because we really need him to run. I think that he will. If he runs in 2020, I think he's got it in the bag for sure. I'll be really excited for that day. And I really, really, really hope that he decides to run big time.